Welcome back to another segment of The Weather Chef. I'm meteorologist Micah Rumsey here, showing you how to bake a very great cookie recipe. Not only is it easy, it's fun, the kids can do it, the adults can do it, and of course I'm here in the Pizzazz Performance Kitchen where we have all the best appliances, all the best gadgets to make the best possible food. All these ingredients are going to be going into one bowl. We're going to do one big mix, and it's going to be very simple. We're going to start off with a couple sticks of butter here, which is about 1 cup. In addition to that, we're going to put in about 1.5 cups of sugar. Throw in a couple of eggs. I hope you've been practicing your one-handed technique. And on top of that, we're going to finally add a couple teaspoons, or excuse me, on top of that, we're going to add a couple tablespoons of vanilla. All right, once we have all those ingredients put all together, we're going to turn on our beautiful green mixer here and get to work. It's going to take a few minutes, but we want to get this a little smooth. After things start really getting together, you may turn up the mixer just a little bit more so we can start getting that to be a nice consistency. Now we're going to start slowly adding our dry ingredients. We're going to do 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda. Next up, we have 2/3 of a cup of cocoa powder. Finally, to our dry ingredients, we're gonna add a couple cups of flour. Just as a warning on this batter, we're gonna kind of start to mix this together without even turning on the blender. This is gonna be a very thick batter. It's not gonna be something that's gonna be a real thin, gooey batter. So your blender or your mixer may have to do a little bit of work to get this all together. All right, this is double chocolate chip cookies, not single chocolate, so we're gonna add some chocolate chips into our chocolate batter. We're gonna need about 2 cups of chocolate chips, and we're just gonna mix just enough to get this all the way through. You're gonna have to turn your mixer, once again, really high because this is a very, very thick batter, and we wanna mix those chocolate chips all the way in. So this, if the kids are making this, this is where mom and dad or grandma and grandpa might want to step in and help with the mixing. This is where things get fun for the kids, especially if they like to make a little bit of a mess, but the adults will have fun too, because we're going to go ahead and put these onto our cookie sheet. The best way of doing it is not using utensils, it's just using your hands. You're going to take about a ball about this size and just throw it on your ungreased cookie sheet. You don't even want to grease these up. Even simpler. Now that we have these all in the pan, don't worry if they're too close. We can always cut them off when we're done, but we're gonna go ahead and stick this into the oven, bake it about 350, and it's only gonna take about 8 to 10 minutes. So now we have our finished product, and they look a little bit like brownies. They're a little bit squishy to the touch, but give them 5 or 10 minutes, they'll firm right up, and you'll have some delicious double chocolate chip cookies. Thanks for sticking with us, and you'll wanna stick around for next time as I bring you a little bit of a challenge of a recipe.
To find these recipes, go to kfbb.com, and under the Features tab, there's a link to The Weather Chef. And of course, we want you to try these at home, and my good friend Hannah from college tried out our first recipe and sent in the pictures of the delicious cupcakes. Thanks, Hannah. You can send your pictures in to mrumsey@kfbb.com, and I'll feature them during the segment.